Hi, I'm Jenny Ivester. I work here at the Church and Student Ministries. And today, the devotional that I just really wanted to share with you is based out of Acts 16. And in Acts 16, starting in verse 6 is kind of the passage, and then from then on down is what I'm going to talk about. But where we're at in this place is Paul and Silas and Timothy are getting ready to go, and Paul and Timothy are going to go into Macedonia. And as they're going, they think that they're going to be teaching all along the way and spreading the gospel all along the way. And yet as they go and they come to these places, the Holy Spirit tells them, no, don't go here. Don't share here. Just keep going. Just keep going. And there's just some great things that are in this that when I read it, I just really saw how God made a way, in just an unusual way that gave me a lot of hope. And on a regular basis, I'm trying to share with kids all of the places in the Bible that God makes a way for people and for his way and for his goodness and how he's going to make a way for us. The hope that they have in that is powerful and encouraging to me. And then I also just want to share another little thing that I just think is funny about this passage, where I think it shows that God has a sense of humor, but also shows just how awesome he is. So I'll start in Acts 16:6. It says, "And they went through the region of Phrygia and Galatia, having been forbidden by the Holy Spirit to speak the word in Asia. And when they had come up to Mysia, they attempted to go into Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus did not allow them. So passing by Mysia, they went down to Troas, and a vision appeared to Paul in the night. A man of Macedonia was standing there, urging him and saying, 'Come over to Macedonia and help us.' And when Paul had seen the vision, immediately we sought to go on into Macedonia, concluding that God had called us to preach the gospel to them." And as they get there, they come up upon these women in this place of prayer, and these women had been praying. And then from there, that's where they meet Lydia, and Lydia hears the message, and she is converted and baptized. And then they meet a servant girl, a slave girl, who they cast a demon out, and she's saved. And then they go on, and you remember the story where they're in jail. They're put in jail for getting that demon out of the girl because she was giving divination and making money for her slave owners. And so they got mad, and they throw the guys in jail. The first thing that really struck me was that these women were just gathering, praying together. And who knows what they were praying? Probably, God, help us. God, we need you to make a way in some things. Whatever they were saying, they were praying and crying out to God. And God, in his sovereignty, and the way that he just gives us hope, the way that he answers our prayers, he has those guys, a couple of the disciples go 400 miles. And they think they're going to make all these stops, and they don't make any stops. And they come straight to these women. They come right there to this town, to where they've been praying. And I just thought, what must it have been like to be those women? What must it have been like to be Lydia, knowing that God called them and said, go by all these other places and come here. I have people that need to know me. I have people that I want to know, and I'm going to make a way for them. And that is who our God is. He does that for us again and again, and it is so good, and it is so hopeful. No matter what is going on in your life, it is always good to know that our God is one that makes a way and gives us hope. The part that I think is kind of funny, and this might just be my sense of humor, is there's a book of prayers, of morning prayers that Jewish men pray. And forever they'd prayed. And Paul, if you remember, was a Jew. And so at this point, Paul would have prayed these prayers many times. And one of the prayers, and no criticism or judgment here, but just happens to be that one of the prayers they say is, "Thank God that you didn't make me a woman, a slave, or a Gentile." And then here Paul goes after being converted, and he gets into Macedonia, and the first 3 people that he converts are a woman, a slave, and a Gentile. And I just love that God, that just shows how he changes our hearts, how he can do anything with anybody, and how he loves every single person. And no matter who you are or where you are, he's going to make a way for you, and he loves you, and you matter. So that's all I have to share. Thanks, and I hope you guys have a good day.